Welcome back to the Gopher Pregame Show.
Welcome back into the Gopher Pregame Show, everybody. Special guest joining me now, a man who doesn't need much of an introduction at this point. Gopher safety, true freshman, Coy Perich. Coy, appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for being with us.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, we are very excited to have you, and it's been an absolutely stellar last few weeks for you. But I want to start with, you were named the Big Ten's Freshman of the Week this week after your performance against Maryland. What was it like receiving that award?
For me, the awards are really, they're individual awards, but I think I'm more of team awards, especially when you're on defense. I mean, it's an 11-man team. Football's an 11-man sport, so it's a 22-man sport. So that award pretty much goes to our whole defense, I would think so.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, you guys have been absolutely stellar all season long. You've been a big part of that, but as a whole, like you mentioned, with this defense, what has been clicking so well for you guys this season?
I just think our chemistry. I mean, every single one of us wants the other person to succeed, from the D linemen to the safeties to the linebackers to the corners. And every time someone makes a play, the other person's even more excited for them. And I think that's just why we're such a good group and why each one of us is just so excited for the next person.
You had an interception against Maryland. You had 2 the previous week against UCLA. You've got 5 on the season. That leads the Big Ten Conference. When you hear that, what kind of comes to mind with the way you've been able to pick balls off?
I mean, if the ball's in there, I want to go get it. So anytime the ball's in there, I think I can go get it and go make a play. And honestly, my coaches, my teammates have been put me in the positions to make them plays, and I'm going to make them when they come to me. And
it's not just on defense, Coy. You've also been a big contributor in special teams as a punt returner as well, and that is something I think this team has been lacking in the last few years. But how much do you enjoy being a punt returner? Does that get the juices flowing? It's got to be an exciting position.
Don't disrespect my man Q. He's a dog. He's a dog. But yeah, I think this year, I mean, this is my first year, but I know we take a lot of time, a lot of pride in our special teams, especially the return game. So I work every day at it, catching balls and just trying to get upfield, just get north.
Walk me back to high school days. You kind of mentioned to me off camera you were recruited to play different positions at different schools, but you decided to play safety here at the University of Minnesota. What went into that decision?
I ultimately thought that was the best fit for my body type to go to the NFL. That's the only thing I've ever wanted as a human, literally, to go to the NFL. So that ultimately was the final decision in my recruiting, and that was to play safety. Anybody
you watched in the NFL growing up that you thought you could perhaps model your game after, or perhaps inspired you to play football the way that you do?
Adrian Peterson. I mean, I've always been a Vikings fan. I've been a Vikings fan my whole life. But I would say at the safety position, I've always liked Brian Dawkins, maybe like a Jesse Bates or Derwin James. I've always liked those guys. I'm going to say Harrison Smith, too, because he's probably the most safety I've watched the most in my life. But, yeah.
Certainly some big and great names, certainly to model your game after. When you look at this team right now, your team, you look ahead to Illinois. It's a big matchup for you guys this week. You're riding a 3-game winning streak. But Illinois has gotten the best of this team the last couple of years. What needs to change this weekend in order to flip the script on Illinois?
We just got to be us. We just got to focus on ourselves each week and how we can get better. I mean, we're rolling, but we know we can get better. And this week is super important. We just had a good practice, and we're going to keep on rolling throughout the week and head into Illinois with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, you mentioned that confidence, and you are rolling. What are some of the common themes that you've noticed over the last 3 games that has allowed you guys to have success the way that you've had?
I would just say from the compatibility with the offense to the defense to the special teams, just how they all cohese together. It's pretty awesome, and especially when we're all like one moving engine. It's just, I don't think anybody can stop us.
When you get your hands on the football, do you hear the crowd get a little bit louder? Because there seems to be some kind of connection between you and this fan base and this student section. Do you hear it? Do you feel how enthused they are for you?
I love the crowd. I love what all the Minnesota fans have brought. I love their energy that they bring each and every week. I love it. Keep cheering my name as loud as you can. But yeah, I mean, I definitely feel them, I definitely hear them, and I love it.
Because it's not often, Coy, that a true freshman makes an impact the way that you are. It almost feels like, with people that I've talked to off camera, it's almost starting to build like an urban legend type thing with you, with how well things have been going. With just, what is it about the way you've started your career here in Minnesota that has allowed you to have success?
I would just say the confidence that the coaches have in me. I think they just allow me to play free and be myself when I'm out there. And I think that's just my biggest my biggest motive. If I'm out there and playing free, I think I'm the best player, and there's not much else to it.
I mentioned that you said you were looked at other schools to play other positions. We saw you in the backfield in the game against Maryland. Can you walk us through that play, and what could we possibly see you on offense moving forward?
Man, I got hit on that play. I got chief shotted. I was pissed, but yeah, I mean, anytime I can help the team, if they ask me to go on offense, I'll do it. But that's for the foreseeable future. I just go day by day. Whatever they ask me, I'll do it.
You got hit on the play. Physically, are you feeling all right?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine. Yeah.
Feeling all right. Okay. What do you want to see out of yourself, by the end of the season? Given with the way that you've started, you've got a handful of games remaining. What do you want to see out of yourself before season's all said and done?
I just want to be able to perfect my mistakes that I've already done throughout the season. I've already had a few mistakes that I can't have, and I just want to see those go down and down for each game. I just want to make sure I perfect my game, and I got a long way to go. I got a long way to work, but that's what I'm doing each day, each practice, just trying to work on those things, keep improving. What
was the big selling point on coming to Minnesota as opposed to other schools?
They're safeties. They're NFL safeties. Tyler Newman, Antoine Winfield, Jordan Howden, just the last 3 safeties that have been in the NFL. I just think that those guys set the stone. With me, Carey, AG, the whole room, I mean, we're all building on that.
How do you feel about your decision now, given the way it's been going?
Oh, I love it. I love everybody here. I love our safety room, DC. I love our defense. Yeah, it's a great time.
You mentioned you guys are rolling. It is a 3-game winning streak that you guys are on. How can this winning streak continue, and what do you expect from this team in the last few games here with how you guys are looking like you're starting to peak a little bit?
I think if we just keep playing how we're playing, but we got to keep playing better. I mean, we got to keep playing, just like I said, as one moving engine, one moving team. And if we all play together and play football as a team, we're gonna be really good.
You guys win at Illinois this weekend. If what happens?
We got to be us. At the end of the day, just be us.
Okay. Coy, we appreciate you taking the time. Best of health and luck the rest of the way. We certainly have enjoyed watching you on the football field this year.
Thank you.
Continued success the rest of the season.
Thank you.
So much more.